I want to see this video.
Let's watch.
Okay, all right. So, need to align it. I think I got it.
Because when Woody suggests, like, I hope it's shoe nice, because he really hates us. Chiz said something that made me really want to watch the video. Again, don't want to oversell. Always want to undersell. Right.
Ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, play.
Oh, I remember
The old school intro. I remember sticking that in front.
Dude, I think I remember who made that intro.
Damn, boys, 10 years. 10 years straight of podcasting. I thought it was impressive that I was wrapping my dick in bacon and sticking corn dogs up my ass for 10 years on YouTube, but having a conversation with Woody for 10 years? No, I'm kidding. Literally, man, one of the first podcasts I've ever watched, listened to, and especially been on, PKA for 10 years, and I remember the first time I ever went on it, I didn't know what it was. The first time I went on it, I just got wasted on the podcast and made new friends. I ended up hanging out with Woody and Kyle and you know what? It's been crazy, man. It's been a wild 10 years, and I just look back and that feels like lifetimes ago that I got wasted on the podcast for that first time, and everything, man. I can't believe you guys have been pumping them out since then. Really, it feels like lifetimes ago. And PKA is still here, still banging them out, baby. Way back in the day, I remember watching the recording of the podcast and seeing Call of Duty footage and just being like, what?
This upbeat music is so funny.
Play games on
Royalty
here?
free.
Yeah, it's like an
I
Apple
could say
commercial.
That, PKA, I've been, trailblazing since day one. And I've been blazing trails in the back of a blazer. No, I'm joking. I'm being an idiot. I'm stupid. Anyways, man, congratulations, guys. Fucking love you all. Huge shout out to PKA and huge shout out to the PKA audience. You guys are all dope, and fucking, we're doing it, man. You're doing it. Hey, give me a kiss.
I was supposed to do this last week, but I cut my finger off, and now there's wind. Bloody typical. This is America under Trump. Dog barking. It's not even my dog. Well, this is a bit of a shit show, isn't it? Everyone's on sort of lockdown. My allergies are crap, so now I sound like a boy going through puberty. And somehow, PKA turns 10.
It's
That's
just her
insane.
complaining.
Congrats, guys. 10 years of a consecutive podcast is pretty damn epic. So well done, Taylor and Woody, and cheers. And here's to another 10. Congrats.
Nothing for Kyle.
Nothing for you.
I get nothing.
Yeah, anyway, cool. Fuck Kyle.
How's it going, guys? blametruth here. Recurring
He looks good.
PKA podcast guest. I've been on the show 4 or 5 times now at this point, and every single time it is always a blast. Those guys are so fun to just shoot the shit with and do this like off the cuff style with. And congrats on 10 years straight of just keeping the podcast going, and not only keeping it going but thriving. It's so hard to thrive in this ever-changing entertainment medium that is the internet. New things, new trends are constantly coming and going, but PKA has stayed constant, and it's such a hard feat. Congrats so much, guys, on 10 years. Some of my favorite moments from the show, one with me in it, has to be the Hellcat story. I was dying to tell that story to several thousand people because it's so ridiculous, and thankfully they gave me a platform to do that. And now I want to say every single week
I remember that.
somebody comes into my Twitch stream, my YouTube channel, and says Hellcat at me in all caps. So yeah, one of my favorite moments there. Another favorite moment would be the Wings of Redemption, just the whole tale that Kyle told about Wings of Redemption's boot camp thing that Kyle made him do at his place. And I go back and I watch that clip quite frequently. Hilarious. Kyle's such a good storyteller, but I don't know, man. Just the off the cuff, relatable, not rehearsed nature of the podcast is what has kept me a fan and kept me coming back on for so long. Again, congrats on 10 years, guys, and hopefully we get 10 more at least.
PKA has kind of always been there for me as a podcast. It's one of the first actual podcasts that I ever really watched when I was getting into the entertainment gaming space. And to the best of my knowledge, it's the oldest or one of the oldest gaming podcasts on the planet. It's also one of the very first ones to truly become a thing in its own right. Like the parts are greater than the whole, more than just the creators that created it. And the people that created it made it back when YouTube was like this little janky website that ran on Flash and had a star system and video replies and
I missed
just
stars.
things that happened
I do too.
like decades ago
5
that
stars.
nobody would even know
5-star rating,
anymore.
baby.
It has been there consistently for years. There's always a new PKA, there's always a new guest, there's always something fun, crazy going on. And I think that some of my favorite moments from the show weren't actually big famous guests or like really like this hype event happened, but just story time from the creators themselves. Like just in almost any story from Kyle or Wings is guaranteed to be very, very fun. I know, well, Wings may not no longer part of the show, but still very entertaining throughout a lot of its history. And I want to wish all of you a fantastic next 10 years. I'm supposed to say in this little promo, you know, congratulations on getting 10 done, but what I really want to see is 10 more. Let's make this a 20-year podcast.
Kyle, Woody, Taylor, good to see you guys. Congratulations on 10 years on PKA, a podcast named after a Call of Duty perk, I believe. I'm even surprised Call of Duty's still around. And you guys have been doing it for 10 years. So, way to go. I mean, I have known you guys for a very, very long time. Kyle doesn't even remember meeting me. That's how old we are, unfortunately. But thanks again for just kind of being along for
Still
my
going.
ride. I'm glad I was there for your guys' ride. And now we're meeting back at the, I guess not the end, but let's say we're just, we're meeting again for the very first time on PKA. So I appreciate you guys having me on the podcast and getting to be, I guess, a little bit of a voice of reason occasionally for you guys. So, way to go.
Bullshit.
It is absolutely a feat to be making content for 10 years, let alone having a podcast for 10 years. Something that people come back to week after week after week. An amazing, amazing run. So just keep at it, and I'll see you guys very, very soon, of course. Always.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dunkus. I
My
wanted
boy!
to shout to you, the Painkiller
Dunkus.
Already crew,
been a
congratulating you
while.
on 10
I used to
years
play-
of
I
a
like that guy.
podcast. That's insane to me. I don't even know. I can't name another podcast that's even ran half that length. So, congratulations to you guys. Woody, you're a trailblazer. You did it back in the day when nobody was doing it. Chiz, of course, holding everything together. Kyle being the crazy one that he is. And can't forget MurkaDurka, the classic. You know, love you guys. Wishing you the best for 10 years. Maybe 10 more will come of this. I don't know. Peace out.
Guys, time out. Do I hear this correctly? You guys have just reached 10 years of doing the podcast for 10 years? That is insane. That's 52 weeks. That's 520 weeks. If my math serves me correct, I'm not a mathematician.
It's faster than we did it in the beginning.
Either way, you
There's
guys
no way
are
to check it.
magicians, right? Dr. Chiz behind the curtain, MurkaDurka, my brothers FPS Kyle, and of course WoodysGamertag. Guys, I can't tell you how happy I am for you guys. That is an accomplishment that not a lot of people get to say, especially in the podcast world. So, early adapters, like we started a podcast and broke up the podcast and started in those years. Yet here you are showing us how it's done. 10 years of amazing laughs, 10 years of amazing entertainment. You know, you guys share your lives with us for as long as you guys have. That's incredible. I applaud you. And I am
This is really
happy to
nice.
say that I have been a part of that podcast maybe 3 times.
I wonder if the second half
4
is
times
just
throughout
fuck
my
you
life.
guys.
I'm still mad at the fact that you guys went on and did your survival adventure without me, even though it was my goddamn idea.
Wasn't
Okay, and
my
then here
idea.
I am being asked to say congrats to you guys. I am super happy for you guys though, and
Yeah, I want
Keep
someone
up
to
with the
be
lies. I'll call
I
INS.
don't care. I don't care if the people know it, and I don't care if I come off as salty. Either way, I certainly again am happy. I'm inspired to hopefully do that myself. 10 years strong though, that's an incredible feat, boys. And I certainly congratulate you, and I hope that you guys keep on going strong. Here's to 20 more, 10 more.
This is all too nice.
Sounds like we need to do another
Died
trip and
on
bring
you
him.
before this thing. Who's gonna do the? We'll quit right there.
First one to die.
10 years of
Who's
podcasting.
this guy?
That's a long
I know.
time. I mean, the fact that you guys have been running for 10 years.
Should we just skip
is
over this?
nothing
I'm looking at the
short
clothes.
of
Did you do
my
this 10
favorite
minutes
thing.
ago?
As we all know,
Yeah, right?
anything more than 5 years in the digital space is stupid.
How many
It's
of
hard.
those shirts
It's
do you
really hard
have?
to stay relevant.
Oh,
It's hard
enough.
to keep fresh ideas coming in. It's hard to, I imagine
Steve
get
Jobs
good
here.
guests every single episode for 10 plus years. So the fact that PKA still exists,
Glasses,
in its
hair on
current
point,
form and it's
cute
doing
as
so
fuck.
well,
I hit
tells
it.
that not only
This is
that how
pre-quarantine,
good Chiz
I
is at
think.
sourcing guests,
Really?
but also how good you guys are as hosts. You guys have had me on probably more than a dozen times now, and every single time it's really an enjoyable experience because for the most part it's not a podcast. It's like a long discussion hanging out with people that I've known for upwards of a decade. I mean, the first time that I met pretty much all of you was at PAX East in 2010. I remember staying in a hotel room in, what was it called, the Continental in Boston with myself and Taylor actually being in the same room. We shared a room. It was like a suite. We shared a suite with 13 people. All right, 13 people.
smelled.
I slept on a couch
A
cushion.
lot of BO.
I think Taylor slept on a pull-out bed, and there's a video somewhere on my YouTube of me like chucking Starburst at him because he fell asleep first because
you got too
allegedly
got too stoned.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I think Woody was in the same hotel too. He was spending his nights with Onslaught and Bash and Juicer, I think it was.
Could
But
be.
like that was the first time that any of us had ever met up together and hung out, and it pretty much started a lot of friendships that have lasted to this day. I remember meeting Kyle for the first time at the same exact PAX where he told me a story about getting a cat head shipped to him, I think, in his P.O. box. And I went on to tell that story on my my YouTube channel like a couple weeks later, and Kitty got so pissed at me because I just inadvertently leaked who Kyle's alter ego was. So I won't forget that. It was definitely a
lot of people did that.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Tucker uploaded a video of it.
Thank you for always having me on, and thank you
I
to the
clickbaited
Fool
it,
Box
too.
for always supporting the shows that I come on, and thanks to Chiz.
After
for
I'd been
always
so
having
nice trying to give you that
solid group
underage
of guests
alcohol.
and
Remember when I tried to slip you that bottle in the hotel
Yeah.
lobby?
10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Congratulations. Hopefully in another 10 years we'll be doing this in like a nursing home for Woody's sake, and yeah, it's crazy.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Junkyard.
I can't wait.
That's amazing.
Bro, that shirt.
I was on episode number 3, and what you have, like 10 podcasts after that? I don't know what the hell. I don't even freaking watch your shit. Who the hell was on this PKA thing anyway? What do you got? You got this Wings of Redemption? Oh wait, he's not part of it anymore. You got this Taylor. I don't even know who the hell that guy is. Then you got Woody's Gamertag. Woody, oh my gosh, we go so far back. You know what? Congratulations on that paramotor thing that you do in the sky. That is amazing. I can't believe you do that, but I gotta tell you, man, Tucker he's got you so beat.
He does,
His
yeah.
flying, his recording is fucking so much better than yours. Just gotta say, your videos suck. Kyle, aka FPSRussia, Kyle, aka JD Reader. Well, you're just an asshole, buddy. Hey, well, once again, congratulations on 10 years, you fucking assholes. This is Junkyard, and needless to say, you guys.
Yeah. So what he's referencing there, the reason he's calling me JD Reader, actually it's JD Reed. My buddy JD Reed that I played Call of Duty with for years. It was me, JD Reed, and Socrates. Were like we played trios on game battles together. Like we all met each other early in Call of Duty 4, and we played together for like every day for many years. And we used JD Reed's YouTube channel to upload the Junkyard montage that I edited together when he quote unquote took down Machinima. So yeah, that's what he's referencing there. That was that still makes me laugh, and I still go back and watch that occasionally.